Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to
Spring Into Storytime.
My name's Maria from Ballymun Library,
And my name is Amy.
and we have another lovely story to read for you from the O'Brien Panda Cub series. It's called Hal's Sleepover. It's written by Maddie Stewart and illustrated by Greg Massardier. And this story is suitable for 5 to 6 year olds. And can you see if you can find this little guy in the book as Amy reads? Let's see.
Thud, thud, thud. Mammy, Mammy, said Hal. There's a dinosaur in the hall. Don't be silly, Hal, said Danny. It's me. I'm bumping my sleepover bag down the stairs. I'm going to a sleepover party. Hal jumped up to see. That's a huge bag. What's inside? Danny had a list. Torch, false face, chocolate milkshake, buns, biscuits, party cake, sleeping bag, wash bag, pajamas. Wow, said Hal. What do you do at sleepover parties? You stay up real late, said Danny. You watch a great movie. You play party games in the dark. I like torchlight chases and Burglar Bill. You make shadow pictures and throw sponge balls, said Danny. You eat chocolate cake and all sorts of buns and sweets. Then, when it's very, very late, said Danny, you snuggle down in your sleeping bag and laugh and talk until you fall asleep. Wow, that sounds really exciting. Hal was excited. He clapped his hands. I'm going with you, he said. Don't be silly, said Danny. You can't come. You're too small. I am not too small. I want to go to the sleepover party, said Hal. Mammy, please, 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 can I go to the sleepover party? No, Hal, you can't. You're too young. Anyway, you're not invited, said Mammy. Big wet tears dripped down Hal's cheeks. But I really want to go. Well, you can't, said Danny. Tap, tap. Granny's here, said Mammy. Hal hid his head. He didn't want to see Granny. He didn't want Granny to see him crying. Whatever is the matter, Hal? Asked Granny. She sat down and lifted him up on her lap. Look, there's the panda. Hal put his arms around Granny's neck. I want to go to a sleepover party, said Hal. But everyone says I'm too small. It's not fair. Well, said Granny, I have never been to a sleepover party, not once in my whole life. I suppose I am too old now. Of course not, Granny. You can never be too old for anything. Then Hal had a brilliant idea. Granny, he said, why don't we have a sleepover party of our own? We could have it at my house, said Granny. What a good idea, said Mammy. Granny went home to get the things ready for her first ever sleepover party. Hal made a list. Torch, false face, chocolate milkshake, buns and biscuits, party cake, his sleeping bag, wash bag and pajamas. He packed his sleepover bag. Granny came back in her little blue car. Hal rushed out. Bye-bye, Mammy. Bye-bye, Danny. Bye-bye, Daddy. Hal and Granny were off to their very own sleepover party. Granny's living room was full of party things. Hal was delighted. This is brilliant, he said. Look at all the sweeties and all the decorations. Hal and Granny watched cartoons. They played Torchlight Chases and Burglar Bill. Look. They made shadow pictures. They threw sponge balls. They ate chocolate cake and all sorts of buns and sweets. I hope he brushed his teeth well tonight. When it was very, very late, they snuggled down in their sleeping bags. This is the best sleepover party ever, said Hal. Ever, ever, said Granny. And they both fell asleep.
Wow, that was a great story, Amy. Sounds like Hal and his granny had loads of fun, didn't they? Between watching cartoons, eating treats, playing games. Sounds like a great idea. Okay, well, if you liked this story, you'll find plenty more stories to watch on Ballymun Library's Facebook page. Thank you all very much for joining us today, and we shall see you again soon for another Spring Into Storytime. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Hope to see you all soon.